If you think our world is just animals, plants, and humans, then think again. No one was aware of strange and terrifying creatures until they got caught on camera. These eerie moments show cryptids lurking in places they shouldn't be, unexplainable events, and encounters so close you'll feel like someone is breathing down your neck. Some things were never meant to be seen, yet the camera caught it all.
What is that? Whoa!
Over the last couple months, a chilling doorbell cam clip has made its way through every corner of the paranormal world. Recorded late at night, it shows a figure with a disturbing face. Only this face isn't soft or sweet. Sharp, crooked fangs jut from its mouth, giving it a twisted, nightmare-fueled look. The way it moves is jerky and off, almost like a glitched-out animation. Some viewers think it's AI-generated. Others are convinced it's something real, something that shouldn't be there. If the footage is genuine, it's a terrifying reminder that not everything outside your home at night is just wind or animals. Rooftop humanoid. In a quiet town in the Philippines, something strange was spotted one night. A massive humanoid figure sitting motionless on a rooftop. Despite the dark surroundings, its towering form was impossible to miss. Some say it had glowing eyes, scanning the crowd below, while others swear it had long, claw-like hands resting on the roof's edge. The locals were too scared to approach, calling out, but the creature remained still, watching them with an eerie presence. Where it came from or why it appeared remains a mystery, but many are certain it wasn't human. Werewolf secret.
Right!
In a quiet town, a truck driver was seen pushing the head of a wolf back into his truck, which initially seemed like a simple relocation of a wild animal. But the situation took a dark turn when the driver made a strange detour to a hidden lab. Witnesses who followed him were shocked by what they saw. The creature wasn't an ordinary wolf. It was a werewolf with a humanoid body and a wolf's face. Its disturbing appearance left everyone speechless, and no one could figure out where it came from or why it was taken to the lab. Whatever it was, it certainly wasn't a regular animal. Terrace horror.
This thing is so weird.
In a quiet neighborhood, strange voices started coming from a neighbor's terrace, piquing one man's curiosity. One night he decided to investigate, only to find a small cage with a dog inside. But there was something wrong. Its eyes, sharp and too human, gave him an uneasy feeling. Before he could react, the creature lunged at him, moving in a way no dog ever could. Realizing too late what he was dealing with, the man fled in panic, realizing the creature wasn't a simple animal. It was a skinwalker. Without wasting a second, he ran, hoping to escape before it broke free.
Can you understand me?
Minnesota mystery. Deep in the northern woods of Minnesota, a trail camera captured an image that has sparked much debate. A tall, shadowy figure with dark eyes and a wide mouth stood silently among the trees. Some believe it could be Sasquatch or even Yeti, given its size and peculiar features. Strangely, similar sightings have been reported in the area for years, and this creature doesn't seem to mind being caught on camera. With mounting reports, the possibility of something mysterious roaming those woods is becoming harder to ignore. Hidden bond. Out in a remote forest, a man caught something unexpected on camera. Behind a large rock crouched what looked like a Bigfoot, but this one wasn't alone. Just out of clear view, another smaller figure could be seen. Many believe it was her young one, carefully tucked away behind cover. The moment she sensed danger, she moved to block the view, never turning her back to the threat. That quiet act of protection had people calling her the ultimate forest mother. Some think this footage shows a real Bigfoot family, living in silence, hidden in places humans barely reach. restless shape.
Ei, venha na veia, ito ulo, ei. Venha na veia, ulo, mialo, isso, ya.
While camping in the woods of Sans Peña, Chaco, 3 friends were woken by loud movements near their tent. They stepped outside and froze. A massive creature with jet black fur was rolling in the dirt, almost as if it were restless, not aggressive. Its head looked far too large for any normal animal. It didn't make a sound. Then, without warning, it stood up and wandered off on all 4s, vanishing between the trees. Some say it could have been the lobizon, the South American werewolf said to appear at night. One thing's certain, they didn't wait to see it again. Eyes low. On a narrow trail in East Texas, a man was walking late at night when a strange noise stopped him cold. Shining his flashlight ahead, he caught a glimpse of something low to the ground. Dark fur, glowing eyes, and a shape that looked almost human. The creature didn't run. It crept forward slowly, like it had a plan. The man turned and ran without looking back. Some say it might have been a wild animal, but others believe it was the East Texas howler, a shadowy figure said to roam those woods after dark, watching, waiting, and rarely seen twice. Strange rescue. In Azerbaijan, a video surfaced showing a man rescuing a bizarre creature from the wild. It was furry, with thick hair and strange features, leading many to believe it could be a juvenile Bigfoot. After saving the creature, the man handed it over to a wildlife center, but the debate didn't end there. Some say it's a completely new species that's been hiding in plain sight, while others think it's just a rare, unidentified wild animal. Regardless, this curious discovery has left people questioning what else might be out there in the wilderness, waiting to be found. Caged giant. A mysterious video posted by an anonymous user features a massive, furry creature trapped inside a large cage. The man filming cautiously moves around the cage, capturing every moment as the creature stands up. At over 7 feet tall, with glowing eyes and a fierce gaze, it looks anything but ordinary. Some claim it's proof of Bigfoot's existence, while others insist it's a well-executed hoax. Regardless of its authenticity, this chilling clip has added another layer to the ongoing Bigfoot enigma. Eerie encounter. One night, a hiker ventured into the depths of the woods, unaware of the unsettling sight he was about to witness. As he made his way through the shadows, a figure peeked out from behind a tree. At first, it seemed like a person, but as he got closer, it became clear this was no human. The creature had a purple face with a twisted, devilish smile, its expression unnatural and chilling. Before the hiker could react, it vanished into the darkness, leaving him with a lingering sense of dread that's still hard to shake. Werewolf encounter. A group of friends decided a late-night adventure in the woods would be exciting. Little did they know, it would turn terrifying. As they ventured deeper, a strange howl echoed through the trees. Following the sound, they stumbled upon a massive creature, a wolf's head on a human body, a werewolf. Its glowing eyes locked onto them. Without hesitation, they ran back to the trail. No one spoke until they were safely out of the woods. Whatever they saw, one thing was clear: they were not alone that night. Local folklore real. Some mysteries are best left unexplored. In 2011, a strange piece of footage shocked the internet. It showed a creature trapped in a cage with the body of a dog and the face of a human. Unreal, right? But it was there, clear as day. Locals weren't sure what to make of it, but many believed it was a Kuyang Dayak, an eerie figure from Dayak folklore known for severing its head to perform dark magic. The creature's unsettling appearance left people questioning what else might be hiding out there. Midnight Stalker. In Northern California, a quiet drive turned terrifying for one local. As he passed through the woods, his dash cam captured something chilling, an enormous humanoid figure crossing the road. It moved quickly, disappearing into the darkness. The creature was covered in thick, black fur and had a wolf-like appearance. Many believe it was the Dogman, a creature said to prowl the night. The sight terrified him so much, he swore never to drive that route again. Who could blame him? Some roads are better left untouched. Demonic creature. Late one night, two guys pulled over in a quiet downtown area, thinking it was just another ordinary stop. But then, a bizarre creature appeared, barely 2 feet tall. It had a massive, furry head resembling a demonic lion, while its body was oddly small and thin. The creature clawed at the roadside, trying to climb while reaching toward them. As the guys backed away, it continued its pursuit, fast and determined. Whatever it was, it didn't seem friendly. And if this thing is out there, who knows what else might be lurking in the dark? Trail encounter.
Tallest bear walking on 2 legs I've ever seen in my life, but the moment I realize, I turned to get Eric to turn on the camera, he's already filming at that point.
In the Idaho backwoods, two friends were keeping their distance from a bear when they noticed something else. A massive figure, taller than anything they'd seen before, weaving between the trees. At first, they thought it might be another animal, but then it stood upright. One of them grabbed a camera and gave chase, hoping for a better view, but the creature vanished before they could catch up. Its size, shape, and movement didn't match any known animal, and just like that, their camping trip turned into something straight out of a Bigfoot sighting file.
Give me the camera.
Sudden panic.
Oh, come on inside!
She was out filming nature, just enjoying the calm, until everything flipped. A huge figure stepped into the frame, standing far off, but clearly massive, easily over 7 feet tall, and built like something that didn't belong in the world we know. The woman's reaction was instant, shouting for her kids, telling them to get in the car. Her panic felt real, and then the video cut. No ending. No explanation, just silence. People online say it couldn't have been fake. Too raw, too real. Whatever she saw, it wasn't a prank. It was something big enough to terrify a mother into fleeing. Metal visitor. In Greece, weekend shoppers got more than they bargained for when a strange creature appeared outside a busy mall. It looked like a massive armadillo, but with a smooth, metallic shine that didn't seem natural. It didn't act wild or lost. It just strolled through the crowd like it belonged. Security moved in fast, clearing the area while people filmed from behind barriers. Theories started flying right away. Some think it was part of a secret experiment. Others say it was never from Earth in the first place. Either way, it wasn't something you'd expect on a regular shopping trip. Fleeing giant. This video kicks off with a guy biking through the woods like any normal day until everything shifts. Out of nowhere, a huge, furry figure darts across the trail so fast, it's a blur. The biker nearly crashes, trying to figure out what just flew past him. At first, he thought it was after him, but no. This thing was running from something else, and that's the real problem. If a creature like Bigfoot, something people say we should fear, is the one running scared, then there's something worse out there. Canyon Watcher.
Yeah. I can't see it.
In Provo Canyon, a quiet hike turned into a full sprint back to the car. A couple was heading up a trail to spot deer when something behind the trees caught their eye. It looked like a bear at first, until it stood tall. Whatever it was It towered above the brush and had a presence that made them freeze. The moment it looked their way, they dropped everything and ran, leaving all their gear behind. Provo has always been known for strange sightings, and this one adds to the list. As for their tent, it's probably still out there, right where they left it.
Let's go.
Crab Walker. Security footage from a quiet neighborhood recently caught something no one can explain. In the middle of the night, a fast-moving creature zipped across the street, triggering barking from dogs all over the area. The thing looked crab-like at first, but it had a strange humanoid face, something straight out of a fever dream. People are torn. Some say it's a new mutated species. Others think it's a failed experiment on the loose. Its limbs moved wrong. Its speed felt unreal, and nothing about it made sense. With no confirmation of what it was, people have started calling it a crab-human hybrid. And honestly, that might be the most normal theory so far. Steel mantis. Mexico has had its fair share of strange sightings, but this one takes it to another level. A roadside camera caught something huge and an insect-type creature walking down an empty street. Its legs moved at odd angles, stiff and mechanical, more like a robot than a living thing. It looked similar to a praying mantis, only far too big and way too unnatural. What's bizarre is how it passes by unnoticed, like no one else even sees it. People are split between it being a secret tech experiment or something not even from Earth. Whatever it is, it didn't act like it was hiding. Worksite watcher. A construction worker kept feeling like he was being watched, but chalked it up to nerves. That changed the night he stepped out of his truck and locked eyes with something massive. A Sasquatch, tall and built like a tank, was standing near the edge of the worksite. It didn't run. It didn't hide. It just stared back. That was enough for the worker. He jumped back in the truck and peeled off. The video he shared later showed a clear outline of the creature. It could be standing guard over something it didn't want found. Stone warning. While walking down a forest road in Utah, a man noticed movement in the trees. A huge, shadowy figure covered in thick fur was watching him from a short distance away. Before he could react, the creature picked up a large rock and hurled it his way. No one was hit, but the message was clear: leave. People say Sasquatch has used this move before, especially when strangers get too close to its home, as sightings keep stacking up in the Utah wilderness. The stories are sounding less like legends and more like warnings. Something big out there wants to be left alone. Tree sentinel.
That's pretty high.
In Maine, witnesses spotted something up in the trees that left them speechless. It wasn't a bird, it wasn't a monkey, but it was definitely watching. A tall, shadowy creature coated in thick fur perched high above the ground like it had every right to be there. It didn't move. It didn't flinch. Just sat there, locked in place like it was tracking something below. Whatever it was, no one's been able to explain it. But if Bigfoot really does exist, this might be the clearest sign yet. And if it's hiding up in the trees, we're all looking in the wrong direction.
That looks like a freaking monkey. I think it's a snow monkey.
Latvian trail. A boy wandering the woods in Latvia with a camera caught more than just trees. His video shows a massive, dark figure slipping between the trees, tall, upright, and completely covered in fur. It didn't seem aggressive, just out of place, like it was passing through. The boy followed it for a few seconds, curious, until the creature turned its head slightly, then took off. 1 second it was there, the next it was gone. Locals say nothing like it's ever been seen again in those woods, but for a brief moment, Bigfoot might have taken a wrong turn and walked straight into the frame. Jungle face.
What is that? Whoa!
Deep in the jungle, a boy exploring alone stumbled across something sitting quietly among the trees. It was huge, hairy, and completely still until he moved. That's when it turned its head. Its face didn't match its body. It looked almost human. Just for a moment, they locked eyes. The boy didn't wait around. He turned and ran, barely catching his breath when he reached safety. He saw something, and it wasn't just some wild animal. And the worst part is that it didn't look surprised to see him. It looked like it had been there long before he arrived, and like it wasn't leaving.
What is that? Whoa!
Wolfman fury. In Brazil, strange occurrences are far from rare, but one sighting stands out in a chilling way. A homeowner, frustrated by strange noises coming from his backyard, decided to set up a trail camera. What it captured was nothing short of horrifying: a massive, hairy humanoid with a wolf face. The creature wasn't just curious, it was enraged, growling and clawing at the iron bars as if trying to break free. For a moment, it seemed unstoppable, but after a while, it retreated into the darkness, leaving behind nothing but a haunting video. Though it's never been seen again, the footage made it clear something unnatural lurks in the shadows. Human-faced beast. One evening, while checking his farm, a farmer noticed a pair of horns sticking out from some bushes. At first, he thought it was just a goat, but as he looked closer, his stomach dropped. The creature had a face that had features similar to that of a human being, and its cold stare sent chills through his body. It wasn't any animal he knew. This was something out of a nightmare. The farmer froze, unsure of what to do, and just like that, the creature vanished without a sound. No trace, no tracks, nothing. To this day, he swears it happened, but no one has been able to explain what he really saw. River Watchers. On April 2nd in 2024, a trail cam near India's Ong River caught something that left people shaken. After rumors of ghostly sightings in the water, one man set up a camera to see what was really going on. The footage showed strange heads hovering just above the water, silent still, but slowly turning as if searching for something. They didn't look human, and their movements felt too smooth, like they weren't part of this world. The Ong River already had a history of unexplained drownings and disappearances, but this was different. When he came back the next day, the river was calm and empty, as if nothing had happened. Silent Watcher. Back in 2015, a man in the Canadian wilderness had a brush with something he still can't explain. While on a walk, he noticed a towering figure between the trees. It didn't just stand there, it watched, like it was on a mission. The way it moved, slow and focused, didn't feel random. It scanned the forest like it was searching for something, never making a sound. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished into the trees. No trace, no noise, just gone. It didn't feel like spotting an animal. It felt like being noticed by something that didn't belong. Midnight Watcher. One of the more recent Bigfoot encounters came from a nighttime walk deep in the woods. A man was filming in the dark when he spotted a massive, fur-covered figure moving between the trees. It wasn't rushing or trying to hide. It walked with heavy steps, like it had done this 1,000 times before. The creature's size, its posture, and the way it moved didn't match any animal or human. It felt too natural to be fake, too calm to be a stunt. Whatever this thing was, it knew the forest well and didn't seem the least bit surprised to be seen. Fence thing. Somewhere in a remote stretch of land, something deeply unsettling was found tangled in barbed wire. At first glance, the body looked like a small animal, maybe a dog, but then people noticed the hands. Where there should have been paws, there were fingers long, jointed and human-like. Its limbs were bent in unnatural ways, and its skin had no signs of surgery or manipulation. The strange figure just hung there, untouched, as if it had been dropped from nowhere. Some say it could be a juvenile dogman, a creature whispered about in cryptid circles for years. Nobody came to take it down. Not yet, at least. Shadow stalkers.
4 little tracks here.
What started as a calm walk quickly turned strange when a man noticed massive footprints along a trail way too large to be human. He followed the trail with his camera and caught something shocking. A large, hairy figure moving through the brush without a care in the world. But it didn't end there. As he moved in closer, more shapes appeared, smaller but similar. It looked like an entire group of Bigfoot, quietly observing from the woods. Some believe these creatures stick together to avoid being spotted, and if that's true, this clip might be the closest anyone's come to their hidden world.
Oh, there he goes.
Trail lurker. What started as a casual walk in the woods turned strange fast. A man and his dog were exploring the forest, with the dog wearing a GoPro to catch the day's adventure. But the footage revealed more than trees. A tall, fur-covered figure crossed the path on 2 legs, moving smoothly like it had done this 100 times before. Its size alone ruled out anything human. The creature slipped back into the trees without a sound. If the camera hadn't caught it, no one would have believed a word. Some things in the forest aren't just shadows they're watching, and they know how to stay hidden. Blizzard beast. Stuck in a whiteout, a hunter moved carefully through deep snow, hoping to track deer. Then he heard it, branches snapping, too loud to be anything small. He reached for his rifle, expecting a buck. Instead, a giant figure stepped into view. Covered in thick fur, it moved like the snow didn't exist. The hunter froze. He crouched low, trying not to make a sound. His heart was racing. For a moment, the creature paused, then turned and disappeared into the storm. The hunter didn't move for a long time. That close to something so huge and so quiet, it felt like the woods had eyes. Vanished clip. Somewhere deep in the Indonesian jungle, 2 friends were filming near a waterfall when they caught something massive crossing a mountain ridge. The creature was huge, dark, and walking on 2 legs like it had done it 1,000 times. It didn't try to hide, just strolled through the open like it belonged there. They uploaded the video, thinking they'd found something incredible, but then it vanished. Not just taken down and wiped. No trace left. People started whispering that it wasn't just a glitch or a takedown. Maybe the clip showed more than it should have, and maybe someone made sure it stayed buried. Field intruder. A farmer in Colombia was going about his usual rounds, checking on his goats, when something caught his eye. A massive, black, furry creature moving across the field. It walked on all 4s, with a long tail and a face that almost resembled a bear. But there was something distinctly off about it. It moved slowly, almost deliberately, as though it were observing something or someone. Whatever it wasn't a creature the farmer had ever seen before, leaving him to wonder if it was something completely new, lurking in the shadows. Prehistoric watcher. One afternoon, a family enjoying their backyard noticed something strange moving behind the bushes. At first, it was just a shadow, but then a creature emerged, covered in brown fur and standing tall. Its posture seemed almost dinosaur-like, as if it belonged to a time long past. The creature watched from a distance, showing no aggression, before retreating back into the woods. It left the family questioning what ancient, unknown beings might be hiding just beyond the trees. Glowing encounter. A chilling video filmed deep in a nighttime forest has left viewers in disbelief. The footage shows a glowing creature, its body surrounded by twisting tails or tentacles, each moving like they have a life of their own. The eerie light emanating from it made the scene feel like something straight out of a sci-fi thriller. But this wasn't a movie. It felt far too real. Just when things grew even more unsettling, the video abruptly cut off, leaving many questions unanswered. No one knows where or who filmed it, and the theories are wild. Is it a new species or something from another world? Comment down below. Garden beast. In a quiet Brazilian town, a man got the shock of his life when he reviewed his backyard surveillance footage. Late at night, the camera caught a massive dark figure creeping through his garden. It moved like a dog, but no dog is that big. Its wolf-like face stood out clearly, too realistic to be a person in disguise. In a country filled with unusual wildlife, this creature was something else entirely. It lingered briefly before vanishing into the night. Locals can't explain it, but some are starting to wonder if it was a werewolf. Dogman sighting. On a peaceful camping trip, a camper's quiet night was interrupted by strange noises. Grabbing his flashlight, he stepped outside. As he scanned the bushes, his light caught a shadowy figure crouched low, watching him. At first, it seemed like a dog, but its glowing eyes told a different story. This wasn't just any animal, it was a dogman, half dog, half human, and known for scaring anyone unlucky enough to encounter it. The camper wasted no time. Without a second thought, he packed up and left, realizing whatever was out there wasn't worth sticking around for. Subscriber pick. Two friends were walking through the woods, enjoying the quiet, when they noticed something unusual. A small tree was shaking, as if something heavy was moving beneath it. They paused, unsure of what to make of it. Then, before they could react, a large creature leapt from the branches above and dashed into the shadows. At first, they thought it was just a wild animal, but the way it moved was unlike anything they had seen before. As it disappeared into the trees, they realized it looked like a duende, a creature from Latin American folklore, known for its mischief. But this one was different. It was much larger and heavier than the stories described. When they finally gathered themselves, they quickly left the woods, feeling the weight of something strange and unknown lurking just beyond the trees. Like that like and subscribe button, some viewers refuse on pressing. So go on ahead. And thank you for watching.